There seems to be a trend here in the last couple of years by the left, um, trying to call, um, the people on the right, the conservatives and all that, trying to call them Nazis, like trying to claim that they're actual Nazis and all that. When you actually look at the actual facts about whether that's true or not, it's actually far, 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 far from the truth. But the only thing that um, the Nazis have that was even remotely considered a right wing, policy or anything, even that is just their, nationalism. They believed in a strong national identity, which is definitely something that, is kind of right wing. When you look at their actual policies and everything, they're far, far, far from the right wing. They're actually very left leaning with their actual policies. You look at their actual policies, like, the Nazi Party, the actual name of it, back in Germany, 1930s Germany, was the National Socialist German Workers' Party. Keyword there, socialist. That is a socialist group, actually. They believed in socialized healthcare. They actually had, when Hitler rose to power, they actually had a socialized healthcare. They're very, very racist, which is not right or left wing. That's just bad either way. Obviously racist against the Jews and everything that way, but they had a socialized healthcare, which allowed them to actually examine Jews and try and make it look like Jews were the problems with a lot of the healthcare issues, and that's why they were able to get a lot of that. Not only with the healthcare, but with the the money and everything. They blamed the Jews for a lot of things. For the financial crisis, for unhealthy living, all that stuff like that. One other thing, another thing they were extreme pro gun control, extremely pro gun control. That is far from a right wing policy, and it's something that the left is actually wanting to do right now. Just like socialized healthcare, that's a left wing policy. That's what the left's wanting right now. They're wanting a socialized healthcare. They're wanting a big government to control the healthcare. They're wanting extreme gun control measures. The Germans were actually one of the first. The Nazi Party actually enacted a gun registry, which in turn allowed them to go collect the guns from the people they didn't like. Like the Jews. Had the Jews actually been able to defend themselves, they were able to. It might have been a different story. But with the gun registry, which is what, again, the American left, what the Democrats, the American left, is wanting right now. They're wanting a gun registry. They're wanting these extreme gun control policies. Everything that the left is doing right now is actually exactly what the Nazis actually did. They're way, way closer to the actual Nazis with their policies than the right wing. You actually name one policy that is actually right wing, that it was a Nazi policy. You can't do it. There's nothing there. They're an authoritarian government, which again, the left is wanting an authoritarian government. They, we're not actually, we're, the right wing wants a smaller, government. Left wing wants a larger government, which means more authoritarian, more control from the government. That's the key. So really, when you look at the actual facts, the Nazi Party much more closely resembles the left wing, the American left today, than it does the American right, even though the American left is trying to blame, they're trying to call the American right Nazis. But the facts are, it is far, far, far from that. They're way close. The left is way closer to the actual Nazis than what the right is.